ready for start. Turn-away crowd here at Lakeside Raceway today. Streaming into the place since 9 this morning. Hang on, Australia, we're about to go racing. Off the line, Johnson away quickly, Bowers away even faster on the inside. The 2B and 8 Sierras have been shuffled out by the Shell Sierras as they head down to the carousel, the right-hander for the first time. And you'll find it'll be Dick Johnson in the lead from teammate Johnny Bower. Now it's a toss-up whether Longhurst actually got the better of Alan Jones as they come out of the carousel. And a good start also there by Greg Hansford. Jimmy Richards out on the dirt and Mark Scaife up 2 spots ahead of him as they come beneath the Dunlop Bridge, and we're working lap 1 of round 5 here from Lakeside.
Tremendous start from Johnson. He got the car off the line just beautifully and already starting to increase that slight advantage on this first lap. The critical element, as we mentioned a few moments ago, in this race is going to be the treatment of tyres and how they withstand the temperatures and the extra abrasiveness in this circuit as Kevin Waldock goes off. Car 55 with severe damage to the front right-hand corner. Longhurst, car 25. Pace setter in most of the practice and qualifying sessions and is right behind John Bower at the moment. Then Alan Jones, Greg Hansford, Mark Scaife and Larry Perkins. Tony takes to the grass to have a look on the inside of Bower.
Joining us in commentary today, one of Australia's top touring car drivers, Alan Grice. Welcome aboard, Alan.
Thank you, Mike. I see Win Percy's made a very good start there through. He's picked up about 4 positions.
At the moment, we've got Tony Longhurst working away at John Bower. Tony, who had set the pace here, we take a special Dulux Auto Colour race cam from the top of Glenn Seaton's car. Just look at the rubber left on the racetrack.
Well, Cito got swamped a little bit by Mark Gibbs. Then Win Percy, pow, straight through the middle, and that was Peter Brock that he squeezed.
That wasn't the best of starts from Glenn Seaton, but that'll give you an indication of just how much cut and thrust there is in the first turn.
Yes, indeed. He lost about 5 places there.
As Johnson, though, down to the left-hander at Hungary Corner. Now, Johnson will go through. There's the gap that he has over John Bower, who runs in second. There's the gap back to third. That is Alan Jones, then Greg Hansford, then Tony Longhurst, and then Larry Perkins coming on like gangbusters. There you have Colin Bond. He's followed then by Mark Scaife. The next one behind Scaife is Richards. There's the first one. The Benson and Hedges team in for a quick stop.
Right on cue, really, Alan.
Yes, yeah.
Bond, of course, drove superbly at Winton, came off the back of the pack, and he's driven a well-judged race so far, starting out of position number 9.
I have some viewers that would be interested in the fortunes of Drew Price, who was to have driven the second Peter Jackson Ford Sierra this weekend, but it broke an axle yesterday. And about this spot here, as Colin Bond has a look on the inside to try and force a little bit of real estate, and I think he's now in a position to be able to squirt the Commodore to death down here.
Yes, you often have to come within a thou or two of Larry's rear vision mirrors before they'll give you the call.
Andrew Madecki in car number 6, Mobile Sierra, in for fresh rubber. And I think Jones has got a major problem because it went well and truly off the boil on the approach to the carousel, and Bondi is closed up. There's something for Frank Gardner.
Yes, there's not enough water.
No, there's not enough water in that.
Dick Johnson, dashboard cam, Shell Sierra, thanks to Dunlop. And you'll see just how busy race leader is around this track. It's a frantic little circuit and pretty quick. He has a glance at his pit board, then a glance in the mirror, and he'd be pretty relaxed and relieved to see that there's just another red car behind at the moment. The top 12, as I see it at the moment, Dick Johnson leading from John Bower, still with a gap of about 4 seconds, then back to Alan Jones on our lap chart, but of course he's vanished. Moving up into 3rd place, Greg Hansford. 4th place is Colin Bond. 5th is Mark Scaife. 6th, Jim Richards. 7th, Peter Brock. 8th, Glenn Seaton. 9th is now Win Percy. 10th is car number 6, Andrew Madecki, having made a stop, and Tony Longhurst is behind him at 12th.
As Jonesy comes in, I don't think they'll have to worry about the tyres, and I think that's already been signalled. The problem is a little more severe than fresh rubber, and let's go again. And let me tell you, there's plenty of activity in the pit area. Just in at the moment is Greg Hansford and the Alan Moffat ANZ Sierra. And here's the pride of the Caltech CXT fleet, Colin Bond of Sydney, car number 8. As I mentioned earlier, sensational drive at Winton from the back of the pack. And here today, just soldiering on, there's Glenn Seaton, car number 30, the Peter Jackson Sierra. He's been in, and you saw Dick Johnson's crew preparing for the arrival of Dick Johnson. So it really is up to Colin Bond whether the Toyo tyres on Colin Bond's car go the distance. That could be the major boiler of the touring car series. Here's the race leader, Dick Johnson. This is really like a F1 Grand Prix here today. They're all in for quick stops. Dunlops for Johnson. And that will give Colin Bond the race lead in car number 8. The Caltex CXT Sierra.
Good stop.
Good stop, yeah.
Second stop for Tony Longhurst.
But,
Colin Bond continues to lead round 5 here at Lakeside today. The man who was making a big charge, Dick Johnson, we believe, a bit of a slide off the circuit only a lap ago and has dropped down a couple of spots. So that really does take the pressure off race leader Colin Bond and Peter Brock.
And Wynne is still doing mid-56s, which is around about the same time that Colin Bond is now. Colin's just slipped back that little bit, but bearing in mind that these are the only 2 cars that haven't stopped.
And he's about 12 seconds behind Peter Brock. And the puffing and huffing from this car continues. Peter's still second.
Blowing plenty of fumes here today.
Yes, indeed. Every time he backs off, it's...
Look at the action in the pits. Larry Perkins, the number 11 Perkins Engineering car, in for fresh rubber. And out quickly. We take Nissan Motorsport race cam with Jimmy Richards. Richards up to 5th now, so that's going to make it very interesting at the top of the championship. Dick Johnson leading the series. 60 points to Jim Richards' 56 for the split. And as Neil said just a while ago, you just got to keep hanging in there. Last lap board coming out for Colin Bond. I'll have a patent on his tyres after this race. Everyone will be on for the next one at Lakeside.
Yes, indeed.
He's the only bloke that may well do the Tooheys 1000 without a pit stop. But isn't it great to see one of the regulars, one of the old timers, as they say, bloke is really nature's gentleman.
Yes, and it just goes to show you've got to keep banging in there, haven't you? You've got to keep hanging away at it.
Peter Brock still runs in second. Wynne Percy is third, so a major upset in round 5 of the Shell Ultra Nationals today. Bondi comes through Hungary corner, headed to the top of Motorcraft, just ahead of him Greg Hansford, who did so well so early in this race in the ANZ Banking Sierra. He's getting stronger at every outing, but the last corner is coming up now as the Caltex CXT Sierra comes onto the start finishing straight. They all expected a Queensland victory. It hasn't happened. The old-timer Colin Bond and the Caltex Sierra taste victory. Second spot is going to go to Brocky in the Mobile Sierra, car number 05. And Wynne Percy in car number 16. The Holden Special Vehicles Commodore will take third. What a sensational race here today. There's the man who has done it. Let's check them out on our race score. Shell Ultra race score. Colin Bond is your race winner from Lakeside. Peter Brock finishes in second. Wynne Percy is third. John Bowe comes up to fourth. And Jimmy Richards finishes 5th in the Nissan Skyline.